And they'll all come round, line up. Umpire Ian Brown, the man in the black and white check shirt, will have a chat to both teams, tell them how he wants the match played. He'll be looking for gear, he'll be calling for left-handers. He'll be emphasising some of the points of the game that he wants. For Steve Maloney, number 3. Umpire is New South Victorian chief umpire, and that's Ian Brown. Righto. Do we have the players away from behind that goalpost, please? Away from behind the goalpost of the Queensland end. We're back in action here now, and it's Peter Fraser is on the attack for Queensland. Straight up, a pass goes up to Stuart Neal. Oh, taken nicely too by Stewie Neal. He's got to get round past the opponent, number 3 there, Daryl Smith, and he's put the first goal on the board for Queensland, and they lead by 1-0. Stuart Neal is the man that did all the damage for Queensland at the Sydney Royal Show this year. He scored 7-0 in one chukker. In one case to pick up the title for Queensland. He's got some pretty good men behind him, but this New South Wales team is certainly one of the crack outfits in Australia. Peter Fraser, he's picked up the ball again. They're on their own. Stuart Neal, he's number 1 in position. Pass goes across. He's only been followed by Daryl Smith, and Queensland get away to an early lead of 2-0. Oh, gee. Terry Blake, please, immediately. Terry Blake, could we have you to the broadcast box? Queensland got the jump on the blue fellas at this stage anyway. 2-0 they lead. Let's see what will happen this time. Daryl Smith, down he goes, tries to pick it up for New South Wales, can't handle it. This time he comes away over it. Graham Spackman's in a good position too, lines up, shoots at goal, and makes no mistake about it. But by gee, did you see the work that was being done by Neville Gilpin to keep Peter Fraser out of the game, and made it look very, very easy for Daryl Smith and Graham Spackman to put that first goal for New South Wales on the board. But that's the thing about polo cross, you've got to watch the back play and see what that number 2 man is doing to make it a lot easier for his players. 2-1, Queensland lead as they come back to halfway. Ball in down the New South Wales side. Daryl Smith spots it, picks it up with a good offsider too for a left-hander. Oh dear, and they've really done the job on Peter Fraser this time, because the Blues have got it all on their own. Spackman takes it, lines up, shoots at goal unopposed, and that's the equaliser. It's now 2 goals all. And if anyone thought that the number 2 position in polo cross wasn't important, then you just keep an eye on this Neville Gilpin. And the man that's marking him too, Steve Maloney, he's played all over the field, 1, 2 and 3 for his state. He's in the 2 spot at the moment. He's lined up against a man with a heck of a lot of experience, and certainly proving it here today. 2 all. Ball in, down the back this time. Daryl Smith spots it, bursts out of the ruck. He hasn't picked it up. Neville Gilpin, the number 2. He's been defending so far in this game. Now he's decided to start to attack, and away he goes. Looking to link up with his number 1, Graham Spackman. Oh, good guard pass goes across the 30-yard line too. Spackman's got it. Fraser there for Queensland trying to mark him up, but Spackman a little bit too quick, and another goal goes on the board, and that now means New South Wales have hit the front 3-2 after Queensland got away to an early lead of 2-0. Warren Sturgis. Not there, back at halfway they come. Ian Brown from Victoria, the umpire, lines the players up. Ball down the back this time. It bounced off Peter Fraser's nose. It's gone down to ground. Let's see, it's come up. Neville Gilpin's got it for New South Wales. Being chased by Steve Maloney, but Gilpin's on a pretty fast horse. Graham Spackman's up there to take the position and takes it over the 30-yard line, unlines another one through the goalpost. It's another goal, and this time it was Daryl Smith for New South Wales. He realised his teammate Neville Gilpin had the ball, and he locked on to Peter Fraser. Quick smart, kept him out of the game. And Graham Spackman is having a dream run at the goalpost at the moment, with some great defence work coming in from Neville Gilpin and Daryl Smith down the back of the line. They come back. The row, down the back row it goes. Daryl Smith spots it. He picks it up for New South Wales. Steve Maloney, no, Pete Fraser tried to take it off him, but the umpire's whistle has gone, and he's ruled that there's been a carry over the line of the horse by Daryl Smith, and it's going to be a penalty to Queensland. It'll be taken by Stephen Maloney. 3-2, New South Wales lead. Maloney to take the free throw. He takes it now, tries to pick it up on the near side. Oh, gee, it didn't bounce too well for him. He's picked it up on the second attempt, and in comes Neville Gilpin to mark him up. Graham Spackman comes in as well. Now they've got the run on the line. Stuart Neal up there. Daryl Smith's chased him right to that corner line, but Stuart Neal managed to get round, get past him, lines up, shoots at goal, and makes no mistake about it. A magnificent goal from Stuart Neal. And that's the equaliser. Queensland now 3, New South Wales 3, level picking. Warren Sturgis, what's happening in your area?
I think I was standing in a dead spot before. Just starting on the up field between Glen 2 and
Thanks, Warren. Couldn't hear you too well. We might get a better one this time. Certainly no dead spot here at the moment. And Graham Spackman in a heap of trouble at the moment. He copped one under the sun visor there. It looks like it might have dislodged his sun visor. Umpire Ian Brown wasn't too happy about what was going on. He's awarded a penalty. Graham Spackman says thank you very much. And he's going to walk them right down to the 11-yard line. Ian Brown has obviously decided he's going to be very, very savage on any dangerous play. And he ruled one swing of the racket there as dangerous. He's given virtually a free throw at goal to Graham Spackman, and he doesn't miss those ones. So that's, we'll check our score. 5 goals to 3. Official score 5 goals to 3. New South Wales lead. Back they come, ball down the second row this time, looking forward to Steve Maloney, but Darryl Smith is there for New South Wales. He's pretty smart out of the back of the lineup, up over halfway, puts a pass across to Graham Spackman. He was a little bit pushed by Steve Maloney then, so he couldn't get a good pass away. That one went a little bit high. Graham Spackman couldn't handle it. It looks like it's rolled out over the back line into touch. And Ian Brown from Victoria, the man in the black and white check shirt, is about to restart play with the throw-in. Players down their line-up, Graham Spackman for New South Wales in the blue shirt, Peter Fraser for Queensland. A little bit of trouble lining up at the moment. The defending player, which is the number 3, must always line up closest to the goalpost that he has to defend. They do. Ball goes in, down behind both players. It's not going to come out into centre field. Let's see. Spackman down there first for New South Wales. They both ride over it. Peter Fraser barging, trying to get down there to pick up the ball. They've both ridden over it again. This time Spackman spots it. Peter Fraser comes in defence, but that little pony of Graham Spackman turns pretty fast. He spins round. It just lops through the goalpost. It's another one to New South Wales. And that now makes it 6 goals to 3 New South lead, and Warren Sturgis. Righto, back they come at halfway. The ball goes in from Ian Brown, down, loose on the ground. This time Steve Maloney, having his second taste of the ball, picks it up. He's got his number 1, Stuart Neal, in position there. Some good defending work from Darryl Smith. Little pass, Costa Neal, well taken. He spots the goalpost, lines up and shoots and puts another one on the board. That brings Queensland to 4 goals. New South Wales 6, and some pretty good quick thinking from Stewie Neal. Not a lot of time to move down there, and he planted one on the goalpost pretty smartly. They come back to halfway and line up. They're playing 6-8s in this match. We've got plenty of polocross in it. It's been very, very open, very clean polocross so far. Ball in, down the second row. Let's see, Peter Fraser spots it for Queensland. He comes up with the ball now. Let's see, manages to get round past Graham Spackman, but he's got Neville Gilpin there that's going to give him the wearing of the green. He cops a couple under the elbow. The ball goes across into the area. Let's see, Darryl Smith. Oh, magnificent pickup from the left-hander. Smithy from New South Wales. Up he comes. He's going to bounce over the 30-yard line himself. He does. Look out, you spectators. And he runs up the line now. Stewie Neal's hard on his hammer, but Smith's horse is a little bit fast. Spackman, oh, beautifully timed pass. Darryl Smith straight into Spackman's racket, and make no mistake about that, you can shut the gate once he gets him in that position. And that was one of the sweetest lobbed little passes you'll ever see. Time off, they've called for a loose bandage. Looks like it's on Pete Fraser's horse. Back to halfway, ball in, down the back. It bounced off Peter Fraser's elbow again. He's picked it up, he managed to get round past Graham Spackman, but that's time. At the end of the first chukker of the State of Origin game, it's time, and New South leading by 7 goals to 4. Warren Sturgis. That line a couple of paces. We have been told that unless you come back off that line, this game is going to be stopped, and there'll be something done about that before these people can get on with their game. We don't want to have to do that to a couple of top teams that are interested in providing good spectator sport. And look at this, Queensland on the attack through their captain and Ross Shepherd, and gets a goal on the board for Queensland. That now makes it 7 goals to 5. New South Wales leading.
This thing's just breaking up too much, Kendrick. I think it's mainly the crowd and things getting in the way, but I really think...
Oh, well, we'll leave for the time being anyway.
There's not a lot of interest in the outside grounds.
Ball in again in the New South Wales Queensland game. Oh, beautifully snapped up out of the lineup by Greg Blair too for the goal. Well, not for the Gold Coast. He plays for them usually. He's playing for his state at the moment. Hurls a long one up into the goal-scoring area for Ross Shepherd. He picks it up well. He's being marked up pretty well by David Sillis, though. He manages to... I think he's going to fall off, is he? Oh dear, that's one that Bobby Saga to be proud of. He's all over his pony like a trick rider. Goodness me. Not quite sure what happened there. He'll tell us the story about that later on tonight. Anyway, the umpire's going to let him get back into his saddle. Or is he in the saddle now? He's probably lost a little there, especially for him. Oh dear, he's flicked that up into centre field too. It's anyone's ball. They've both ridden over it. Following through is the number 2. That's Jim Davidge for New South Wales. They're close to that sideline there. Oh, they've unloaded a good one on him and taken the ball off him. Down goes Sillis, the number 3 for New South Wales, to try and pick it up, but it's Davidge again. He comes away with the ball up towards the halfway line. They've got a bit of pace on now. Let's see. Queensland 3, Greg Blair is up there, and the New South Wales number 1, Michael Gorman. Oh dear. Greg Blair said, thank you very much, I'll take this, and look at this for teamwork. Straight across to his teammate Ross Shepherd. Blair takes it again. Shepherd says, wait for me, I'll follow, I'm coming up there, but he's run into a little bit of trouble and a couple of New South Wales players. Now he gets up into the in-goal area. Pass goes across, it's a good one too, well judged. Let's see, Shepherd likes these goals. Oh dear, he's run into a bit of trouble from his opponent though, and that's a young man called David Sillis for New South Wales, who's no slouch in the game of polo cross either. But Ross Shepherd puts it on the board, and this partisan crowd is enjoying every minute of this. And that now makes it 7 goals to 6. 7 goals to 6. New South Wales with a very slender lead in this important game. All the comments so far have been that this is an absolutely top game of polo cross, this one. There's no harm to horses, there's no harm to players, it's fast, it's very, very clean, it's very good. And let's see, just to prove me wrong, but Leslie Fraser, who's captain of the Australian Test team here at the Gold Coast, puts a pass across to his teammate Ross Shepherd, and there they go. That is the equaliser. Queensland 7 goals, New South Wales 7 goals in the second chukker of the match. Oh, by gee, I think we could be in for a cliffhanger here. The Queensland boys very, very keen to get a win. New South Wales, the defending champions. Nothing better than to knock off the defending champions in the semi-finals. They come back to halfway. Ian Brown casts a long eye down the back of the line and says, I want you straight, and they are too. The ball goes down. Oh, Greg Blair came away with it for Queensland, calling for his number 1, Ross Shepherd, but he's been well marked up there. Let's see, Greg Blair's got right on top of David Sillis, it is. Has picked him up well in the in-goal area, and he's marking him pretty hard. Not much room to move. Ross Shepherd, oh, there's a great pass. Coming across from his bayonet, stuck in Ross Shepherd's racket. It fell out, though, when David Sillis had a hit at it. The ball goes to ground. Ian Brown's blowing the whistle. They're quite friendly, these two. Now, it looks like it must have caught in Ross Shepherd's ring or something. Anyway, they get a little bit tangled up down there. They're clear now. It was a sort of a friendly handshake. Ian Brown puts in the ball, the Victorian chief umpire. Down goes Ross Shepherd with a backhander. He picks it up. He's going to try and run the full circle. He dodges under one. That racket is still sticking, and it just managed to fall through the goal post, and Queensland hit the lead by 8 goals to 7. We'll check our official score, but I don't think New South Wales have scored this, Chucker.
Those two, Ross and
David Sillis.
David Sillis played in the same test team together.
Oh, right.
They played with one another.
Max Walters has just told me that Ross Shepherd and David Sillis played in the same test team together for Australia at the Gold Coast, so they should know each other. Oh, Greg Blair. Let's see, he had the ball, he's had it taken off him, it nearly fell back in his racket again. And the umpire Ian Brown has awarded a penalty, and he's awarded it to Queensland, and he's walked them right down to the 30-yard line. He's going to award the penalty there, and Ross Shepherd's decided to take it himself. Comes over, feints and goes another way, goes down to try and pick it up, and in comes David Sillis, who was his teammate at the Gold Coast when they both played for Australia. They're now nothing like teammates at the moment. By gee, there's rackets going everywhere. There's a good hit from David Sillis. Came in and took racket, ball and all off Ross Shepherd. Now, let's see, what's Shepherd going to do? He can't hold him in there for too long. He's got away. David Sillis up over the 30-yard line, and Les Fraser, the Queensland, hopped onto him straight away, but the umpire's whistle has gone, and he's awarded a penalty, and he's awarded it to New South Wales, and Jim Davidge is going to take it. Let's see if New South Wales can get a goal so far. They haven't scored one in this chukker. Davidge on the boil as they get up towards that 30-yard line. Mike Gorman is there in position. No, he's not. Greg Blair is doing a pretty good job on him all through this game so far. The pass goes across. No, Jim Davidge still in a bit of trouble. He's been marked up by Shepherd. Pass across to Mike Gorman's good. In comes Greg Blair. He's chased him round in a 360-degree circle. Not enough, and there's the first one for Mike Gorman for New South Wales, and he'll feel a lot happier after that one. And that is now equal score of 8 goals all. New South and Queensland level pegging at 8 goals all, and right in the second chuck of this match. There's still a lot more polo cross to go. Back at halfway they come. Umpire Ian Brown puts in the ball, kicked out sideways by David Sillis's pony. It's gone to ground. Oh, Leslie Fraser picked it up and dropped it again. He very seldom does that, so he came and picked it up again just to prove that it wasn't a fluke. Pass goes across. Ross Shepherd's been marked up pretty well by a pretty good player here in this David Sillis for New South Wales, and very seldom do you see Ross Shepherd bundled up at all. He is a little bit this time. Sillis, puts out the telescopic racket, comes up with the ball. He'll be looking to line up with his number one, Mike Gorman. That ball getting close to the far sideline. Gorman in a bit of trouble. He unloads a pass across to his second rower. That's Gabbage. It's been left there though. It's picked up though by Greg Blair. They're chasing him round in all sorts of circles. He busts out of the middle of the ruck. He's looking for Shepherd. Shepherd says, I'm here. Puts a pass across. It's been mucked up by David Sillis. It's a good game of polo across this. Some tremendous defending work coming in from this David Sillis for New South Wales. And now he's on the attack. Pass across to Jim Davidge. Let's see if they can unload a bit of pace this time. Up over the halfway line they go. He's going to come across infield, looking to link up with Mike Gorman, but Gorman's being marked excellently by Greg Blair, and he really hasn't got any room to move. Jim Davidge had no alternative but just to drop the ball up in the area there, and it was picked up by Michael Gorman, puts it through the goalpost, and that's another one for New South Wales. And I think that puts him back in the front by 9 goals to 8. New South Wales leading in the second chukker of the match, 9 goals to 8. Very, very good game of polo across this, not much in it. And I'd say these boys are obviously pretty good mates when they're off the field, because they're certainly not upsetting each other too much on it. As the ball goes down under the ruck in the mud heap in the middle there. And let's see, who's going to come up with it? Probably a pony standing on it or something, I can't see from here. Loose on the ground, umpire has blown his whistle, it was buried, so he'll bring them back over to the sideline and line them up again. Absolute credit to this Warwick club, the way they've presented the fields here this weekend. They've had everything against them, but their fields are magnificent. Ross Shepherd got the ball at the moment. There's a good hit from David Sillis, but still Shepherd gets over the 30-yard line, picks it up too. Let's see what he can do. They need a goal. David Sillis is marking him all the way around the circle. Shepherd lines up, puts it through the goalpost. And that is again the equaliser of 9 goals all. Oh, gee, there's some tough polo cross going on out there at the moment. But that's the way these boys love to play it. Always makes you feel better to throw a goal if you know you're playing against a pretty good 3. And Ross Shepherd is certainly playing against a good one. And here's another good one too, Greg Blair. Man with a fairly cool head. Which way do I go? He's in a heap of trouble. He managed to get away from 2 or 3 of the blue shirts. Looking for Ross Shepherd. He's in a bit of trouble at the moment. Greg Blair gets away from... Oh dear, he's doing it all on his own at the moment. Ball gone to ground. Spotting it is Jim Davidge. He'll pick it up for the Blues. Up he comes. Does a bit of a turn round there in centre field and lets the pony have his head. And that's time at the end of the second chukker. Time, and the score is 9 goals all at the end of the second chukker, and you couldn't possibly hope for a better game of polo cross than this one. Waiting for them to line up straight. They're not straight at the moment. Now they're getting a little bit better. Ian Brown looks at the line, says that's okay. It goes down under the second row. Steve Maloney for Queensland went over the ball, left it lying there. Graham Spackman, he came up with it for New South Wales. And he's heading off in the right direction too. He's run into a bit of strife, but still Neville Gilpin, his teammate, comes in and helps him. He hits the 30-yard line, gets a good bounce. In comes Peter Fraser, the Queensland number 3, to see if he can take the ball off Graham Spackman. Spackman with a pretty good track record of converting these into goals. Lines up, let's see. Fraser's starting to mark him up pretty closely this time. He'll follow him out, wait for him to turn to see if he can get a hit at that racket. Spackman spots an opening. No, he doesn't. Peter Fraser spots a racket though. Still, Graham Spackman, just taking his time, wants to make sure of these goals. They're level pegging at 9 goals all. This cat of this, I said cat. I was going to say this horse of Graham Spackman's is like a cat. It's just sort of jumping up and down. Now he's spotted opening to the goalpost, lines up and puts another one on the board, and New South Wales hit the lead and hit the double figures. They lead by 10 goals to 9. Vital game. The winner of this match will play Victoria in the grand final here on this field tomorrow afternoon. Oh, down the back of the line-up too. It fell into Peter Fraser's racket. He spun the pony round the back of the ruck, and away he went. Stewie Neal is up there waiting for the pass. It came in nicely to Stewie Neal as well. He's been marked by Darryl Smith for New South Wales, a left-hander, which is a bit of an advantage sometimes, playing a right-hander, I guess. So I don't know. Stewie Neal, let's see how he goes with him anyway. The number 1 player. By gee, this Darryl Smith's got a pretty smart horse too. There's not much that Stuart Neal can do out there and find a gap. Still, he's going to take his time. He's on a pretty good horse himself. This time he spots the goalpost and puts another one on the board. Well done, Stewie Neal. Took his time and figured there must have been a way around Darryl Smith somewhere if the chink in the armour finally opened, which it did. And that is the equaliser. They're now 10 goals all. Ian Brown is the man commanding the game from Victoria. Oh gee, it's getting cold here if you're not playing. Ball down, Steve Maloney spots it, goes in for Queensland. He comes up with it too. Round the far side of the ruck, he's got Gilpin to contend with. Peter Fraser's there to take a man off him. Pretty good horse this one, Maloney's on. Long pass, oh, to Stuart Neal, an absolutely dynamite pass from Steve Maloney. Fell into Stewie's Neal racket, and Stewie will probably talk about that pass for years after that. Absolute dynamite pass. Stuart Neal made no problems about putting it on the...
bandage on Peter Fraser. Loose bandage.
There's a loose bandage on Peter Fraser's pony, apparently. He says he doesn't... Don't worry about it. Umpire Ian Brown from Victoria lines the players up, or waits for them to line up. What's that score? 11-10? 11 goals to 10. Queensland's leading it. Queensland leading 11 goals to 10 in the third chuck of the match. Ball in, low and hard this time. Fraser spots it for Queensland, can't pick it up. It's loose on the ground, down under the ruck there. Steve Maloney spotted it. Oh, but let's see, Darryl Smith down the back of the ruck. He came up with it, sits up in the pony's saddle, checks the pony up now. He's waiting for Graham Spackman to get up in position. Pete Fraser's marking him up pretty well this time. Smith with the ball, brings the arm over. Told Graham Spackman he couldn't give it to him there because he was too close. Spackman takes it nicely over the line now. Oh, got round past Fraser, lines up, shoots a goal. And makes no mistake, and New South Wales with another goal now go to 11. Queensland 11, they're level pegging in the third chucker of this 6-chucker game. It's credit to these two teams how they've managed to handle the wet conditions. There's been no tumbles, no falls in this match. Oh, Peter Fraser with one of the longest rackets that was ever invented in Queensland. Dragged that one out of the air. Away it goes. Looking for Stewie Neal. Beautiful long pass to Neal, and away you go. You shut the gate. By gee. These Queensland fellas have worked out that they're going to have to do a few of these long passes, long and hard, and they've been paying off. Their accuracy is absolutely spot on, because that one just fell straight into Stuart Neal's racket, and the goalposts were left open. How's that? I might just get you to yell the score to me from time to time. What's that? 12 goals to 11 to Queensland. They lead. Ian Brown, the umpire, the chief umpire for New South Wales. Stuart Neal in a whole heap of trouble at the moment. How long can he hang on to this ball for? Not too long. I think he looked up in the air wondering where the hell it had gone. It had fallen out of its racket due to some racket work from the New South Wales boys. He must have carried over the line or something at the same time, because the penalty's gone to New South Wales. Darryl Smith goes down to pick it up for the blue shirts, got close to the sideline, had to throw it back in field, and he was first back there to get it as well. Stewie Neal's chasing him. Now let's see what's going up on the top here. They've taken Pete Fraser out of the game for a little while. Now he comes back in to mark up Graham Spackman. He hits the line up there. Spackman gets him on the turn, lines up, shoots at goal, and it's another one for the blue shirts, and that's now 12 goals all. Oh gee, if they keep going this way, and they're still level pegging when they get to the last couple of seconds of the last chucker, it's going to make it interesting. Now the Queensland supporters starting to put in a bit of a call, and Peter Fraser down the back of the line. He comes away with it, up over halfway he goes. Links Stuart Neal, another of these long passes, in a beautiful position to take it to, but he's been chased down the back there. Looks like he copped one to the helmet there, but he's okay. Gives his head a bit of a shake. He's got the ball still for Queensland. Stewie Neal being marked by Darryl Smith. Gets round past him and puts it through the goal post. He bloody pulled off and let him have that. Yeah. Well, we'll probably talk about that one afterwards. They always say Darryl Smith is the most honest and the most sporting player in the game. We might have just seen an example of it. Still, that makes amends. 13 goals to 12, Queensland lead, and Peter Fraser out of the back of the lineup. Away he goes. Oh, look at this. It's got to be an odds-on favourite. Stuart Neal gets another of those dynamite Fraser passes, converts it into a goal, and Queensland now open up a 2-goal lead, which is the first time they've had that since they were leading 2-0 at the beginning of the first chucker. Yes, Darryl Smith. We'll tell you about that one later. One good thing about this game. It's between these two teams, Queensland and New South Wales. The sportsmanship in it is absolutely tremendous. Peter Fraser's been having an absolute field day down the back of the line there. Long pass, Stuart Neal right on line, and away he goes. And how do you beat that? They've now opened up a 3-goal lead. They lead by 15 goals to 12. Queensland lead 15-12 in the semi-final of the men's championship against New South Wales, the defending champions. Back at halfway they come, Ian Brown, the Victorian umpire, waiting for him to line up. See the players there down the back looking, trying to work out where the ball's coming in from. Second row for Queensland, Steve Maloney, up in the saddle, waiting for it to come in. Oh, Darryl Smith snapped it beautifully out of the lineup. Gets round past Peter Fraser. That's one of his first problems. Up he goes to the 30, puts a pass across to Graham Spackman, straight to the goalpost, make no mistake about that. And you can shut the gate once he gets him up there in that position. And that'll take a little bit of the pressure off New South Wales. Cuts the difference back to 2 goals.
Up there, 11-7, 11-5.
South Australia leading Queensland mixed team up on the orange field by 11 goals to 7. Thank you, Warren Sturgis, for those scores. Let's see, we've got Queensland on the attack again at the start of the 4th chukker. Ross Shepherd is the man at the moment. Puts another goal on the board for the Maroons, and that'll make it. We'll have a quick count up here. About 16-13. How would that go? 16-13 is the official score. Queensland leading. Ideal time for the Maroons to open up a bit of a lead if they can do it. They'll be keen to. Ball goes in and the umpire's whistle goes straight away. And he's penalised Queensland for an illegal hit in the line, and it's going to be taken by Mike Gorman. Puts a pass out across to Jim Davidge, he's number 2. Oh, nicely done too. Davidge managed to get away from, let's see, that's Les Fraser. Up there, the number 2, playing for Queensland. Davidge going the whole hog, running all the way around the outside, and Les Fraser's there to keep him out of play all at the same time. Marking up, Davidge looking for Gorman. He's been well marked up for this game by Greg Blair. And Jim Davidge in a spot of bother. He hasn't got a player to throw a ball to at the moment. Now he has, but the players come back together. Oh, Greg Blair floated past and tried to take the ball off him and wasn't successful. Mike Gorman scored another goal for New South Wales, and that'll close it up a little bit, make it 16 goals to 14 Queensland's favour. Not a lot of noise from the crowd. I think they're too interested watching this match as that ball comes down in the second row, bounces off a few players. Let's see, gone to ground. Greg Blair comes up with it for the red shirts. Where's he going to go? Nowhere, says the umpire. He's awarded a penalty. I didn't see that one. It's a bit hard seeing sometimes. If you get that bloody umbrellas, what's buggering me. Penalty to Queensland, right down there on the 30-yard line. Ross Shepherd for Queensland goes in, picks it up. Oh, ducked down on the left-hand side. The goalposts aren't very wide from that angle, but he made sure of it. And that'll make it now 17 goals to 14. Is that right? 17 goals to 14 with a quick goal there from the Queensland captain and number 1 player, Ross Shepherd. Back they come to halfway, line up, ball down the back this time. Let's see, straight onto it is David Sillis. He left it lying there, picked up by Leslie Fraser for Queensland. He's got his number 1, Ross Shepherd, in position. They know each other's game. Back to front, these two, make no mistake about that. And another one to Queensland. And they now lead by 18 goals to 14. 18 goals to 14. Queensland starting to open up a good lead in this match. And I think we got time off or not? Not yet. Yes, we have. We've got time off, and we've got a problem of, let's see who it is. I think it's Les Fraser. Can't would have had. We've got a bit of a shiner there. Still beautiful, out of the lineup by Greg Blair, the number 3 player. There's some work straight across to Ross Shepherd. Oh, gee, as clean as you like. Gets the bounce. No, he doesn't over the 30-yard line. David Sillis comes in for New South Wales, and back they go in the opposite direction. No, they don't. The ball didn't come up out of the mud that time. Jim Davidge was there to complete the work though, and away he goes. Lets the big pony have its head. Up over the 30-yard line he goes. Oh, he's got out in front of Mike Gorman. He's in a bit of strife. Across comes Les Fraser. He's starting to get pretty excited about this game now too. Gives him a bit of a bump and took the ball off him and all. Down goes Jim Davidge. I think he got a bit of a shock with that one. Took the ball off him and all. Let's see, Mike Gorman got to get round past Greg Blair. He's a fairly aggressive player, Greg Blair, but he's been beaten this time as Mike Gorman goes in and puts another one on the board, and that'll bring it down to about a 3-goal difference, I think. 18 goals.
Red field, please. That team wants to get ready for the next game. Alan Saltmarsh to the red field.
18 goals to 15, Queensland leading. Nothing they'd like more than to take off with this game, if they can do it. And they've really got their tails up at the moment, the red shirts. Ball goes down. Jim Davidge is down there trying to pick it up, and away he does. He comes over too. Gets around past Ross Shepherd for Queensland. He's got to link up with Mike Gorman. Let's see. Oh, pass goes across. Mike Gorman was just turning his pony round and he couldn't get it. And Greg Blair is down there to do the defending work for Queensland. He picks it up, gets away from Gorman, up towards the 30. What's he going to do? He'll go on his own, gets a bad bounce, comes off his kneecap. Does he get it? No, he left it sitting there. And Ross Shepherd on the follow-through. He'll go down and picks it up for Queensland. Let's see. Greg Blair's kept a couple of players out of the way there. And Ross Shepherd's just going to let them run all over to that far side of the line. And, you know, the 30-yard line he goes, gets a nice bounce too. But the umpire has blown his whistle. There's a penalty on that 30-yard line there somewhere. And it's a penalty to New South Wales. It's going to be taken by David Sillis. Out he comes now, up into the open country. Gets the bounce, does he? Oh, no, nearly picked it. Oh, magnificent pick up from Ross Shepherd. He scraped that one along the ground for about half a mile. Came up at his racket too, over the 30-yard line. Oh, can't pick it up either. It didn't come up out of the mud much. And he knelt down nearly on his knees to try and pick that one up. Couldn't do it. The pony kicked it out over the back line, and umpire Ian Brown's going to line them up on the left-hand side of the upright. David Sillis, Ross Shepherd. Ross playing for Queensland and the Queensland captain. Ball in down the back. Let's see. Ross Shepherd turns on it first. Oh, magnificent pick up too. It bounced out sideways. Gets away from Sillis on the left-hand turn. Puts it on the board. And that'll now make it 19. They were 15 before.
Yeah, 19 to 15. That's right.
And it makes it now 19 goals to 15. Queensland leading, 19 goals to 15. The umpire has called time off.
Who was that? Who's the replacement?
Can't see the problem from our angle here, but
Say, or a Victorian replacement.
Alan Saltmarsh, seemingly you're not going to the red.
it looks like we're back in action here. No problems, they start play again. Ian Brown puts the ball in at halfway. Down it goes underneath the ruck. Can't see from here, it's down in the middle there. Let's see who'll come out with it. It's Greg Blair, I think, came out from the sideline. He's got it. Where's me number one? He calls him through, but Ross Shepherd's been held out of play by his opponent. Gorman, the ball's gone to ground. Greg Blair picks it up again this time. Where's Ross Shepherd? An overhander. Taken beautifully by Ross Shepherd for Queensland. Spins the pony round. By G, he's got up against a good 3, but he's worked him out now. And puts another one on the board, and that's pretty quick scoring from Ross Shepherd, the Warwick player and the Queensland captain in this team. And how are we going, scorer?
20.
We've cracked the 20 goals to 15, Queensland lead. They come back to halfway. Ross Shepherd and Mike Gorman in the front of the line, but it goes, right down the back, and Greg Blair is having an absolute field hour. He'll still get first call on the ball. Finds it this time. Down goes David Sillis. He comes up with it, calling for his number one, Mike Gorman. Hasn't had a happy game. See how he goes this time. In comes Greg Blair, who's thoroughly enjoying this match. The ball goes in. Oh, Gorman picked it up right too. Put it through the goalpost, and it's another one to New South Wales as the white flag goes up.
16.
And that'll make it 20 goals to 16, Queensland leading. A little bit of drizzle starts to fall during the match. Semi-final. The winner of this one goes into the big time, into the A-grade grand final. Les Fraser sporting a bit of a shiner there by the looks of it. Still. I'd love one, please, Pete. Oh, anything. Rum and coke would be great. Yeah. Oh, it's some good work too, coming from Jimmy Davidge, playing in the second row for New South Wales. Busts out of the middle of the ruck this time. They've got it all on their own. Pass across to Gorman, unmarked now. Let's see who was doing the damage back there. Greg Blair was kept out of the play, and I think it's We're about to get underway. Stuart Neal, Steve Maloney, Peter Fraser for Queensland, Graham Spackman, Neville Gilpin, Daryl Smith, and Stewie Neal for Queensland comes up with the ball. Man who's played a lot of polo cross for Queensland and turning into a pretty good number one, but he's had the ball taken off him this time, and it's lying down there in centre field, anyone's ball. Put your umbrella down.
That'll help you.
Thanks, Peter. And there's been a penalty against New South Wales. It's awarded to Queensland, and it's a free throw. And Stuart Neal takes it, throws it high, makes no mistake about it. Queensland go to a lead of 21 goals to 16. Is that right? That's what our mathematics reckon. Or near enough. Anyway, it's Queensland leading at the moment. The home crowd fairly quiet about this. I think it's such a good game of polo cross that they're too busy watching to do much yelling. Steve Maloney comes up with it for Queensland. No, it was... who was that? Peter Fraser. Puts a good pass across to Stewie Neal. Oh, look at that pony. Lift up and turn round. Goes through the goal post. Yes, it's a great goal. Thrown from out wide. And that'll now make it 22 goals to something or other. But anyway, Queensland have got a good 5 or 6 goal lead at this stage, and they're really starting to get their tails up. And the tip was out that Queensland wouldn't be able to handle these conditions. They're used to the dry, hard run, but they're certainly making amends today. Down goes Stephen Maloney. He's finally started to really fire in this game. Delivers another pass. Oh, beautiful across to Stuart Neal. Banged it through the goal post. Another one for Queensland. No goal, no goal. Sorry about that. No goal. So it's going to be Daryl Smith for New South Wales. We'll have to come over that 30-yard line and clear the area. He does so now, puts a long one out to Graham Spackman, a great pass too. Spackman puts on a little bit of pace. Now, let's see, here comes Peter Fraser up on the other side of the field. Spackman over the 30, gets a good bounce. Oh, he's got the goalpost open too, lines up and puts them through. We'll do a quick count up and we'll get an official score for you. 22 goals to 18. Queensland leading New South Wales. There's only 4 goals in it. Let's see which one of these two teams finish the better. The last couple of chuckers will be starting to tell in the fitness of the ponies. Ball in, it's gone down to Peter Fraser. He picks it up for Queensland. Let's see, through the middle of the ruck he goes. Gets a bit of help from Steve Maloney to keep one of the players off. Stuart Neal, ever in position up there again. That pony seems to know something about that sideline. He won't let his front feet go near it. High one, but it looked like it was through from here, and it's another goal to Queensland, and that'll make it 23 goals to 18, and by gee, this game is really opening up into a good straight running, fast game of polo cross. Very few infringements, and it must be nearly a dream game for Ian Brown to umpire. Stuart Neal, the first 9, out of the front of the lineup. Let's see if he can find a good place to bounce. He picks a spot. It was a bad one. It came up well anyway. And he did it all on his own, and there wasn't much Daryl Smith could have done about that one. Oh, gee. They're going off at a gallop at the moment, the Queensland boys. I think they can smell a bit of victory. And they've decided they can get a good lead here. They know their second section's been doing pretty well. They haven't lost a chucker yet. The umpire's called time off. The ball goes down the back. Peter Fraser did for Queensland. Daryl Smith was awake up to it this time. Let's see, he split them up. Pass goes across to Stewie Neal. He's been getting a pretty good game out of this horse at the moment, and it's pretty hard to make a bloke like Daryl Smith look a bit silly. Not that he's doing that, but by gee, he's getting the goals when he gets down there. There's another one. Puts it on the post for Queensland, and we'll have a quick count. That must be about 24. 24.
25 to 18.
25 it is. 25 goals to 18. Queensland leading New South Wales. Simple arithmetic, which I can't do, but it's about 7 goals different. Down the back. Oh, dear, it bounced off Peter Fraser's nose. Steve Maloney said, all right, old fella, you've had enough, but this time I'll take it. And away it goes, up over the halfway line, looking to link up with Stewie Neal, his number 1 player, but he's decided to settle play down a little bit in centre field. Now they clap on a bit of pace. Pass across to Stewie Neal was an absolute gem. And again, he seems to get into that corner. He always gets out of it. The old pony puts his ears back, says, come on, old fella, hurry up and try it. I want to go home. He does so. It's another goal to Queensland. They're starting to run away with this. New South Wales, the defending champions. And Queensland really started to get a run on. Some great work coming from the back of the line with Pete Fraser and Steve Maloney keeping Stewie Neal supplied with the ball. They've knocked it down on the Queensland side again. Let's see. Watch out, you spectators. Let's see, the ball is loose. Graham Spackman down in there, rucking for it for New South Wales. He's picked it up. Stu Neal comes round one side. Peter Fraser comes in on the other side and says, I'll show you how to take it off him. Gave the racket a bit of a whack and it came out. Graham Spackman with a little grin on his face. He knows all about that. Ball goes down. Let's see, it bounced off Les Fraser, picked up by Neville Gilpin. He's been a bit quiet in this one. Peter Fraser gave him his racket, which he didn't need. And anyway, there's been a penalty. He's penalised Queensland and he's walked them all the way down to the 30-yard line by the looks of it. It's a penalty to the Blues. And Neville Gilpin, the captain, and playing in the number 2 spot, is going to take the free throw. Let's see, he'll throw it over the top for Graham Spackman. It wasn't quite far enough because Peter Fraser managed to get in the road. Still, Spackman comes up with the ball. The goalposts are open, lines up, puts it through, makes no mistake. It's another goal to New South Wales, and they're still trailing by about 6 goals. We've got time off again. Time out again, they come back to halfway and line up. Let's see, Stuart Neal. I notice he's wearing a mouth guard, and that's probably a pretty good idea for any form of contact sport. Now the umpire's blown his whistle. Puts his hand on Stu Neal's shoulder.
How much time, Stuart? Please.
Having a look down the back. Look at them peering down the back there for that ball. Peter Fraser, by geez, been getting a host of ball from down the back of that line. They've got to run on. They're a length in front of Darryl Smith. Stuart Neal lines up. He hasn't missed a many. And he certainly doesn't miss those ones. Oh, dear, oh, dear, oh, dear. Is that person all right? Most important when you're walking around on a polocross field to keep an eye out for those things called horses. They have a habit of getting in the way, but I think that spectator's okay. It's one way of getting into the game. Back at halfway, the players line up. Let's see if Fraser can do it again. No, this time it's Darryl Smith. He gets the ball out of the back of the line. They've got him going the wrong way, though. Steve Maloney's on one side of him, Stewie Neal the other. He managed to get round past the pair of those. Heading up towards the 30-yard line he is now. Graham Spackman in beautiful position. Takes a good pass. Oh, yes. Gets a little black horse round in front of Peter Fraser. Puts it through the goalpost. And it's another good goal to New South Wales. But still, what's our score? 27 goals to 20. Queensland lead in the 5th and second last tucker of this match. 27 goals to 20. It's a lot of goals for New South Wales to pick up. It's not unknown for it to happen, but by gee, they're going to have to work for it. Let's see, but this is one of their problems. They've got this Steve Maloney character in the second row for Queensland. Up he comes with the ball again, little pass across to Stewie Neal. And no, umpire says no goal, no goal.
Carried over.
And there's been an infringement on that 30-yard line there somewhere. And it's against Queensland. Time off.
On the blue field, a mixed game, Victoria 2 and Queensland 1, the umpire Alan Garsters.
Okay, back in action here as time goes on, and it's Queensland, New South Wales in the semi-final. Oh dear! Peter Fraser. He comes, he's not too well, Pete. And I think he's got a very sore leg, Peter Fraser. We're going to have time off here for a little while. He's not very happy about that at all. They tell me that he has a knee that is a bit suspect, and he must have bumped it in a ruck out there somewhere. Now, look, give them a... And it'll be Davids that's got to do the leg work to bring the ball up to the area. Mike Gorman having a bit of trouble getting around past Ross Shepherd. He gets round past him. Oh, gets round past Greg Blair too, but he dropped the ball loose on the ground. In comes Greg Blair for Queensland. He'll have first call. No, Michael Gorman goes down to try and pick it up for the Blues, but Greg Blair in the red shirt, he's picked up the ball. He's had an absolute dynamite game here today, loving every minute of it. Over the 30-yard line, gets a good bounce too, shortens the reins, checks the pony up. His number 1, Ross Shepherd, says, okay, old fella, let's go. Jim Davidge is chasing them there for New South Wales. High pass, oh dear. Ross Shepherd put out a long arm to try and pick it up, not quite long enough. And David Sillis for New South Wales, he picks it up, runs into a mill of players, manages to bust through the middle of the ruck. Up over halfway he goes. Lets the big black horse have his head. He lines up for... Oh, Gregory Blair, my goodness gracious me. Well, I don't know what to say about that. Look at the grin on his face. He absolutely loved that. And there's a good pass too from Blair across to his number 1, Ross Shepherd. Greg Blair can't do a thing wrong here today. Shepherd goes down to try and pick it up. Nearly came out of the saddle. He unloaded himself up there once before. David Silas picks it up, and back we go in the other direction again. Pass out across to Jim Davidge. He picks it up out of the mud too, and across comes Greg Blair. He seems to be everywhere, this man. He's having a great game out there. And it's Jim Davidge for New South Wales. Oh dear, gets into a middle of a ruck there with a couple of eager Queenslanders, and they start swinging the wood around. He's got no alternative but to drop it up into that goal scoring area. Down goes Mike Gorman, can't handle it. Gregory Blair, the number 3 for Queensland, he's picked it up. Now what's he going to do? He knows they've got all the time in the world. He knows they've got a 7-goal lead. Is he just going to collect his thoughts and think about the ball tonight? Not on your life. Not on your life. Mike Gorman starting to give him a fair bit of a workout down there though. Greg Blair's taking his time, brings the racket over this time. Jim Davidge is the man to get past. Gets the bounce over the 30-yard line too. By geez, not a fast horse this kid. Away he goes, up towards the 30-yard line. Jim Davidge is chasing him. Pass across to Shepherd is a good one. And in comes David Silas. And by geez, one of the toughest number 3s in the business. And there's an indication of how you've got to play the game as a 3 if you want to try and take a ball off the number 1. He's as hard as nails, David Silas. Pretty good horse. Got to be a good player to keep this Ross Shepherd character in tow. And he's doing that pretty well. Snapped it out of the front of the lineup for New South Wales, David Silas. Ross Shepherd comes in. He's going to see if he can hold him up. All Queensland have to do is play time. And Ross Shepherd gives the pony a couple of cuts with the whip. But actually, oh gee, he's getting him close that sideline. He's done it. He pushed him out. They have to throw the pass back into centre field. Anyone's ball. Down goes Greg Blair to try and pick it up. He's giving his nose a little bit of a rub. It's a bit chilly out there. And it's back in the Gingold area. What's happened? I think Ross Shepherd's got it. And he's just standing there in a corner. He hasn't got much room to move. A little pony starts to... oh dear, he got down past him pretty smartly too. Swung the racket through. What a great goal for Queensland. And
3 minutes this chucker in the first goal.
Again after time off, ball goes in. Les Fraser goes down to try and pick it up for QLD. He can't handle it, loose on the ground. And let's see, Greg Blair went down under the ruck there to try and pick it up. He nearly fell out of the saddle. He knows where it is, but he can't reach it. Neither can anybody else. And I think the umpire might blow the whistle and say, look, oh no, somebody had it. Quick joke there with the umpire and said, come on fellas, we'll bring it over the sideline and start it off again. Players line up, ball, bounced off the number 1s and gone right down the back. David Silas goes down for New South Wales, tries to pick it up, couldn't handle it. Ross Shepherd has spotted it for Queensland. He picks it up on the little grey pony, gets around past Jim Davidge. Oh, no he didn't. Yes he did. No he didn't. And umpire Ian Brown has... he's awarded a free goal to Queensland. Make no mistake about that. He didn't like that hit. Free goal to Queensland. Where did it hit him? Hit him across the face, did it? And Ross Shepherd sporting a bit of makeup on his face still. It's Mike Gorman for New South Wales has picked up the ball this time. Down there in the goal scoring area. And New South Wales trailing by a lot of goals at the moment. That'll make it about 28 goals to 20 New South leading. And let's see if Mike Gorman can get through. He gets round past Greg Blair, did he? No, he picked up the ball. It started to fall out and he jammed it against the pony to try and stop it. It eventually fell out. It's gone down over the back line. And Ian Brown from Victoria is going to restart play with the showman down the back there. As the rain starts to come in a little bit with some breeze, they put the ball in, it bounces back out again. Keen spectator interest in this match. They've been very quiet, very intent on this game, watching it all the time. Greg Blair, man of the moment for Queensland, looking to get out over this 30-yard line, but his foot fell out of his stirrup, that's all. He was just waiting there for it to go back in. It did. Over the 30-yard line, gets a good bounce too. Greg Blair, where's Ross Shepherd? He gets up past him. He's going to take David Silas out of action if he can, but he can't. Silas is on too good a horse. So Greg Blair with the ball. Michael Gorman comes in to try and take it off him. And some good work from Les Fraser. He's got his hands full just keeping Jim Davidge out of the game. The pass goes across to Ross Shepherd. And just have a look at this black horse that David Silas is playing on for New South Wales. By geez, a good pony this. Ross Shepherd will rue the day that he had to mark up against this bloke. He usually makes this number 1 game look easy, Ross Shepherd, but David Silas is certainly doing some good homework on him. But this time Shepherd gets round the left-hand side, puts another one on the board for Queensland, and they've hit the big 3, 3-0. Leading New South 20, so they've opened up a 10-goal lead. And Not that we're in the business of making predictions. Still, the ball goes in, and that battered Queensland team rather goes down, can't handle it. Jim Davidge for New South Wales comes up with the ball up towards the 30-yard line. Oh, pass was a bit too fast for Mike Gorman. He couldn't handle it, and Greg Blair picks it up. He's run into a corner down there. Mike Gorman's round him up into a corner, but he managed to get away from that. The mustering wasn't good enough. Pass out across to Ross Shepherd. It's a well-timed one, and away they go. Jim Davidge on one side. He's got a bit too much pace. Puts the pass across to Greg Blair again. They hit the line. Good pass again. Shepherd and Silas unloads one. Oh, dear. I don't think Ross Shepherd could believe it after all that brilliant lead-up work, and he got there and it stuck in his bat, and he thought, oh, damn, they'll kill me if I miss this one. But it went through the goalpost. And he comes back with a cheesy grin on his face as well. Keeps everybody happy. Queensland go to 31 goals to 20. Leading at the moment. Down the back, David Silas couldn't handle the ball. Loose on the ground. Ross Shepherd, the number one for Queensland. He picks it up again. Oh, gee, Queensland's really going to run in this time. He gets a couple of whacks from Jim Davidge. The ball's come out. No, he picked it up in the in-goal area again. Oh, let's see. I thought he might try and have a shot from that angle, which wouldn't have given him much room at all. David Silas, the man... very, very aggressive, number 3. Oh dear, his racket's gone. He's having a little bit of trouble there trying to get the ball out. He's got about 11 goal lead. They go round the side again. He ducks under one from David Silas and puts it through the goalpost. Let's see, they pull up and have a check. It's about 32 goals to 20. Run off.